Folks, let me quickly compare and contrast Lacerte to UltraTax to Drake and CCH ProSystems FX Tax. Don't go anywhere. In today's conversation, we'll be talking about tax preparer software tools. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Let's get right into it, folks. In today's conversation, I want to do a comparative analysis of 4 tax software providers. We have Lacerte, UltraTax, Drake, and CCH ProSystems FX Tax. It's really important to understand that we pay attention to a constellation of factors when we analyze tax preparation software tools on this show. As a matter of fact, we looked at 82 tax preparer software, tax software preparers rather, to make our analysis. It's important to pay attention to a few things. First of all, you got to pay attention to cost for value, right? Price is important, affordability is important. However, this is not the only criterion you should pay attention to. This is very, very important. You want to pay attention to, for example, the overall rating of the software. You want to pay attention to the quality of technical support, because if you have software that is very complicated, as let's say a software that helps you do complicated returns like Lacerte, for example, and you're not really sure how to use it, you better have access to a technical support team that has the quality and the depth and the breadth of knowledge to kind of help you. We also pay attention to conversion packages, how easy the software is when it comes to e-filing. This is important. What are the processes you have to go through to handle updates during tax season? We understand that, if you are a tax preparer, you really understand that there are some regulatory changes all the time, and you need to be aware, you need to be kept abreast of the latest trends in the industry and the latest regulations, okay? We also paid attention to how the updates and installation process goes. So we looked at 25 criteria when it comes to evaluating and categorizing professional tax preparation software. Please check out this short video. It talks to you about our strict method when it comes to analyzing these tools. We pay attention to a few things. We pay attention to cost for value, of course. We pay attention to efficiency, to productivity. We also pay attention to the support. So check this out. Let me first talk to you about Lacerte. So when you think about Lacerte, I want you to think about a software tool that is great when it comes to complicated tax returns, okay? You have over 57 5,500 forms and automatic calculations. This is really good. And we're talking here not just about K1s, but you have oil and gas depletion, consolidated corporations, modules 1065, 1120, 706, 709, 990, and 5500. So the good thing is you have a plethora of advanced diagnostics tools. You have modules. You're able to see exactly what's really going on. We love the fact that in terms of user friendliness, you have the most essential features in any software. You have it with Lacerte. It's very easy to use. You have specifics that are great also. And our top 4 favorite features include jump to input, you have a cloud access, you have K1 transfer, and you have point of need guidance. So those are really great. And in terms of hosting for Lacerte, you can host your Lacerte on your desktop or in the cloud. You have a unique interface. You have reliable multi-user performance. This is really great. And we love the fact that you have exclusive QuickBooks accountant integration. As you know, QuickBooks and Lacerte are part of the same Intuit family, okay? You do have on-screen guidance. You have a tax ID exchange. We really love that. In terms of convenience, you have e-filing. E-filing is great. You have expanded e-filing. You have e-signature plus payments. This is really great if you are trying to take advantage of that feature. But remember though, this is sold separately. Okay, you can securely sign engagement letters, 7216 consent forms, forms 4560 for depreciation and amortization and all that kind of stuff. And so you can actually also collect e-signatures on any form or documents. You can enhance security with identity authentication options, and you can track client progress with 8 e-signature statuses. What we love about Lacerte is that you're able to get ahead fast in terms of your productivity. You can do e-filing, you can access data, you can use the jump to input, the PDFs by email, PDF bookmarks. You have Lacerte client portals. This is really great. And I also want to talk to you about the fact that you have the downloads and diagnostics module. This is really great also. In terms of support, customer service is fantastic. You have Lacerte Tax Online Forum. You can call them. They are available at 800-933-9999. Okay. You can avail yourself of training courses. You can access free software training for continuing education. You have webinars. You have Intuit accountant support. Really, really great. And Lacerte helps you also grow your business. You have tax analysis and planning tools. You have Intuit Link. This is really good. You have partner search acceleration. You have Intuit practice management powered by Carbon. You have hosting for Lacerte, e-signature plus payment, and pay by refund. This is really great. In terms of pricing, you can see on the screen here, we have 6 slides. You have the first slide, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth. Now let me talk to you about UltraTax CS. By the way, Lacerte is a product of Intuit. So Lacerte is part of the Intuit family of products. UltraTax CS is actually part of the Thomson Reuters family. Okay, so you want to choose UltraTax CS if you want to build your entire practice around automation. You really want to automate as much as possible. Okay, and what happens with UltraTax CS is that you will access a full line of federal, state, and local tax programs using the latest technology. And here I'm talking about 1040 individual, 1120 corporate, 1120 S and C, 1065 partnership, 1041 estate and trust, and multi-state returns. Okay, you have the whole 9 yards. And basically, in terms of ergonomics, this is great. You're able to have access to the most essential features. You can see, for example, you can use the demo to eliminate time-consuming tasks. You can see it on the screen here. You're able to streamline your business tax workflow, and you can simplify your individual tax process. Okay, and the cool thing here is that you can monitor. You actually have a multiple monitor flexibility. You have instant prep checklist. And what we love with this Thomson Reuters product is that you have an easy data sharing process. This is really great, especially if you're working with multiple team members. It's kind of cool to be able to exchange data. Okay, you have multi-state processing. You have advanced e-file capabilities. Okay, and you also have the UltraTax CS e-signature. This is really good, but this is an add-on module for UltraTax CS. In other words, you're able to you have to pay extra for this, but this is kind of cool. So you want to choose UltraTax CS signature if you want to simplify your returns process during a busy tax season. This software is kind of cool. It also helps you gain productivity. You can actually use the software 2 ways. You have UltraTax CS in the cloud. In other words, you have the virtual office CS, or you have the software as a service for CS professionals. So you have SaaS, okay, the SaaS. And you can use the software to reduce data entry. You can manage work papers and access research. You can review, file, and store with ease. You can enjoy pinless billing and resource tracking, and you can plan ahead for next year. This is one area where UltraTax CS really helps you shine, especially when you combine the UltraTax CS with the Planner CS and the Toolbox CS. You're able to actually do what we call in-depth analysis of your practice, but also for next year, for the next tax season. And in terms of support, wonderful. You can contact them through their Insights portal, the online community. You can see them on social media. They are available on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You also have access to a glossary. You can contact them. And the software is great to help when it comes to helping you grow. They have an online tool. You have software. You have research. You have research for checkpoints. You have research for Checkpoint Catalyst. You have research for Checkpoint Edge. So you do have a constellation of services that can help you grow your practice. And in terms of pricing, the thing is, you can see on the screen here, you have the UltraTax CS and the UltraTax CS Express 100. And here is the difference between both products. The first screenshots, the second screenshots, and the third screenshots. And you can request a free demo, and you can get a free quote for UltraTax CS. Let me talk to you about Drake. Folks, we are still having a conversation today. We are doing a compare and contrast between four players. When you think about Drake, I want you to think about a software provider that is constantly innovating. Okay, so you have Drake Tax, Drake Accounting, and Drake Documents. So you have this trio, this trifecta into one software. Obviously, you're gonna have to buy, depending on the tier that you got into, you're gonna have to have some add-ons. This is extra cost, but overall, this is a great software. And you have Drake in the cloud. This is all the power of Drake on the desktop, but in a convenient and secure cloud-based environment. So this is really good. And when it comes to ergonomics, Drake is kind of cool because you are able to prepare, you save time, you stay productive. You are able to import and export. This is really great. So when we talk about export, for example, you have things like electronic W-2s, you can schedule D import. You have 8615 export, K1 export, end of year balance import, trial balance import. This is really good. And the software Drake also helps you in terms of convenience. You can plan and analyze, you can review, make sure that there are no errors. And here is a software that can help you also gain in productivity. Okay, you're able to access, for example, Drake Documents. You're able to e-file. You have all the common features that you are expected to see in a software of this quality, of this level. Okay, you have the familiar features. You have e-filing is included. Returns can be stored as PDF, so you can email the return to your clients. Okay, use Drake Documents to keep your electronic documents organized, helping you transition to a paperless office. This is what Drake is really thinking about. So that you have federal packages, Form 1040 series, Form 1065 series, Form 1120S series, 1120 series for corporations, 1041 for estate and trust, Form 990 series for exempt organizations. You have Form 706 series, and you have 709 series. Okay, this is really important. So the bottom line here is that you basically have access to the whole 9 yards. Support is great. You have a Get Started with Drake. You can contact the customer service. You have service resources. You can email them at support@drakesoftware.com. This is great. But one thing I need to say is that this is great for more complicated Drake software questions. And support hours during December, during the tax season, are a little, you really have to be patient. So from December 3rd to April 19th, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. From April 20th to December 1st, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. And you can register your demo, okay? You can download it. You can visit the Tour Drake software video. This is kind of cool. And you have a lot of resources, okay? And this software helps you grow. You have bank products. You can build your practice. You have access to EPS Financial, Refund Advantage, Refundo, Republic Bank, Santa Barbara, TPG. Those are their banking partners. You have card payment processing with Drake. You have audit assistance. This is another way for you to make money. And you have also ABC Voice. This is for customer communications. Again, Drake has a constellation of products that will help you boost revenue. And they have, yeah, that's what it is. And in terms of, let me talk about price here. You can see here that they have on the screen, you have Drake tax system requirements. And then you have the Drake paper return details. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about 4 players in the tax preparation software industry, and I want to quickly review right now CCH ProSystems FX Tax. And when you think about CCH, I want you to think about an all-in-one software. Okay, this is basically, you are looking at a software tool that has all the benefits and all the features that you are expecting. And in terms of ergonomics, that you have thousands of automatically calculating forms and schedules for federal, state, city, and county returns, with new forms added annually. Okay, so you have the individual, partnership, corporation, employee benefit plan, fiduciary, estate and gifts, exempt organizations, electronic filings, productivity software, and data conversion services. All of this into one. And you also have an end-to-end digital tax workflow that is very great in terms of convenience, right? So you're able to have a better user experience. You can basically also increase your workflow gains. You can increase your gains. You can experience workflow gains. All right, this is really, really important. And one thing I want to say here is that in terms of productivity, you're able to gain based on the modules, based on the settings that this software has. And we love the fact that you can actually extract data from selected scanned source documents used to prepare the most common 1040 and 1041 returns. You are able to verify extracted information. Okay, and we also love the merge feature of PD flyers that lets you easily add subsequently received source documents to the original scanned PDF file. So this is really good. And we love the fact that with this software has great support. You can actually access them through the website, the support.cch.com. You can ask the community. You can view their video library. You can search their knowledge base. This is really good. You can chat live with the CCH experts. You can open a support case. You can access product families. Okay, this is really good. And you can access the company via social media. Again, the software provider here is Wolters Kluwer. Okay, when we talk about CCH, this is Wolters Kluwer. So you can reach out to them on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and on SlideShare. And you can also grow with Wolters Kluwer CCH through they have several services that allow you to grow through their Form 1040s, their business returns, all the services that they are offering to help you grow your practice. And in terms of pricing, there's no information on the website. You need to contact a solutions consultant. You need to register also for a demonstration. Okay, folks, so we have actually compared and contrasted 4 players: Lacerte, UltraTax, Drake, and CCH ProSystems FX Tax. Which one is better? Which is the better? Which one to choose? It really depends on a constellation of things. First of all, what is the size of your practice? Do you have a regional practice? Do you have a micro practice? Do you have a small practice? Do you have an oligo member practice? This is very important. You got to pay attention to the kind of features you're looking for in a tax preparation software. Okay, though some tools are more convoluted than others. It really depends on the returns that you are trying to file. Are you filing personal returns, individual returns, or business returns? Okay, for example, if your niche is only individuals, you don't need to have a Lacerte, because Lacerte is really for the big returns, the big business returns. So this could be, if I were to use an HR metaphor, Lacerte could be overqualified. It could be they might have overqualification based on what your needs. what you really need. The bottom line here is you want to pay attention to your industry. You want to pay attention to what your rivals are using. So when we think about Lacerte is great for all practices, but mostly for complicated returns. And it has received our highest rating for ease of use. It's great for small to mid-sized practices, and in some cases, large practices. Then you have UltraTax CS Express. So this is great for single and oligo member practices, but the UltraTax CS only is great for multi-member, small, mid-sized, regional, national, and international practices. And we have actually scored also this tool 10/10 within the Thomson Reuters family of products. This UltraTax CS has received our highest rating for accuracy, that is low error rates. What about Drake? Drake is cool for all practices, and Drake has received our highest rating for value for cost. Okay, and then you have ProSystems FX Tax. This is great for mid-sized, regional, national, and international practices. Here we are speaking about volume. So Lacerte and ProSystem FX Tax are really great for mid-size to all the way to international practices. So if you're a one-member practice, a small practice, you can't afford this. You might want to think about UltraTax CS or Drake. So folks, after analyzing those four players in today's conversation, our pick is UltraTax CS. We have scored this UltraTax CS 10/10. Lacerte also 10/10. ProSystem FX Tax also 10/10. Drake 9/10. Those three players, the UltraTax CS, Lacerte, and ProSystems, have received all 10/10. But the only thing is, UltraTax CS is modulable. In other words, you can adapt it to a small business, to a small practice, to a mini practice. Something that you wouldn't be able to do with the Lacerte or a ProSystems FX Tax. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.